Now, Good Morning Maryland at 9.
Hey, welcome back. Mike Canet from Prostatlis here. You're giving us summer homework, huh?
Yeah, kind of spring cleaning, summer thing. You know, people go outside and check on their house, make sure everything's okay from the winter storms and stuff. It's probably a good idea to just do a little bit of a checklist on your finances.
I just got off my tax season.
Yeah. Yep.
What could possibly have changed in 2 months?
Well, it's not just the taxes. I mean, you talk to your tax guy every year just to make sure of changes going on. I think it's important that people sit down and do a financial checklist every year.
Starting with what?
Well, I think the best place to start is a budget. Just sit down and do a budget. It could be intimidating because people...
You're not kidding.
Well, they worry about... How am I going to know what utilities are going to be like in January?
So what do you say? Save every bill you get?
No. I think the simplest thing to do is just track 1 month. Just track July or June. Where did you spend money? Because more likely than not, that's going to be a consistent pattern throughout the year. And this way you get you can make an informed decision on where you're spending your money. Are you spending too much in Starbucks? Are you not saving enough? But it lets you see where you're spending your money. It also lets you see how much money do I need to have for emergencies? Because we've all heard that you should have 3 to 6 months worth of cash reserves for emergencies. Well, at least this spells out for you, how much are you spending on your mortgage? Because you want to have 3 to 6 months of that. How much are you spending on utilities? You want reserves for that, but you don't necessarily need, Friday night date money or Starbucks money in reserve. Those are kind of the I want to haves as opposed to I need to have.
That credit card bill, going up. How do you kill that off?
Well, I think that's one of the things that you really have to sit down and be disciplined. A good start is to maybe cut it up.
Okay.
Not cancel it, but cut it up so that if you need it in an emergency, it is a true emergency, and you have to go to the credit card company and have them send you a new one. But you definitely want to tackle that, especially if you're paying in that 12, 15, 25% interest rate. You need to get rid of that.
Now, and I've heard two arguments now. In the past week alone, watching TV, somebody says you pay yourself first, and somebody says you don't.
Well, I think that's a little bit different. I think that goes more towards saving for your own retirement and stuff. And I do agree with that. You should at least be putting away enough every month that you're getting your company match, that you're putting something towards your future. But, there's the value of the dollar. There's the lost opportunity. And if you're paying 20, 30% interest, I'm not sure putting $100 a month away into a savings account that's paying 2% or 1.5% makes sense when you should be paying down that debt that's charging you 30%.
I know we're going all over the board, but you started with the budget. What else?
Well, I think that as part of the checkup, you want to sit down and do maybe a beneficiary designation checklist every year. You want to make sure that the people who are on your accounts are inheriting correctly, that they're the right people. I can't tell you how often we get newlyweds come in. They've been married for a couple of years. He had a job when they got married, and he never changed the beneficiary on his 401k, or his life insurance is still going to his parents instead of to his wife and maybe his children. So you want to look at that every year. I think that you should talk to your insurance agent every year to make sure that your agent knows of any life changes. Anne Arundel County just recently passed a new rule that says if you have to rebuild your house for any reason, you have to install a sprinkler system, a fire suppression system. Well, your homeowner's insurance may or may not cover that, even though you think you have enough to rebuild. The $20,000 it costs to put a sprinkler system in might not be part of the coverage, and you're left holding the bag $20,000 short. So you want to sit down and talk to them every year. Talk to your 401k people. Are you allocated correctly? Is it moving in the right direction? What's going on in the economy now and in the near future that you might want to change your allocations to take advantage? Those type of things. And you should do that every year.
So it's just a life readjustment as far as your finances.
Absolutely. And we'll put something up on the website here so that people can download a budget and a financial checklist, and I think it's important that people have a location list. We always provide our clients with here's where all my important papers are. Here are the people you need to contact. It helps just in case something happens to you.
Paper trail, money trail.
Absolutely.
All right. Mike Canet from Prostatlis. Always a pleasure. Read them online here in a couple minutes. We'll get it all doctored up for you online. All right, Megan.